What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shona Cole, and if you are new here, please don't hesitate to make yourself comfortable. Hit that subscribe button and a notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload new content. Now, you guys are gonna have to bear with me because I am a teeny bit under the weather, but that's not gonna stop this show and not gonna stop this message from getting out to you all. So today's video is gonna be simply about me getting my life together, how you're going to get your life together for the year of 2026. So if you're anything like me and you're a student, I know a lot of us, our semester is starting on tomorrow, January the 5th. I am getting my Master's of Science in Information Systems with a concentration in Software Engineering Management. And I already know this class is about to try to tell me into shreds, but baby, we're going to lock in. We're going to do what we need to do to get the job done. My goal is to simply get straight A's for the remaining of my master's program. Unfortunately, I want to say I got like 3 B's so far in this master's program. However, needless to say, we are putting in blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of prayer to get through this course. So how I'm going to be able to be successful this semester or for the remainder of 2026, you may be wondering. And I'm just going to share a few things and a few tips with you all as someone who has not always been consistent in her studies, or someone who has not always, put their best foot forward when it comes to education. Now, I will say I have never liked studying. However, over the years, I have found new ways and new study methods to help me like retain the information and to make it fun for me to learn. Now, I am a mom, so you can only imagine me finding ways to make education and learning fun for myself and my daughter. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So if you are a mom or you are a dad who's starting a new semester, it's okay. You found your community. So let's go ahead and get straight into these helpful gems. So the first thing that will help us remain successful throughout the year of 2026 is simply showing up. When I say showing up, we're going to push ourselves to the limit. Don't just stop where you're comfortable. You have to go beyond and push yourself past what you are comfortable with doing. Simply because if you're always doing the same thing or repeating the same cycles, or you're too comfortable and you don't want to push yourself past your current limit, you're going to oftentimes feel stuck in the same positions that you are already in. So it's simply okay to show up for yourself and go above and beyond for yourself, because you're the only person that's in charge of you making sure that you are reaching your goals. Along with showing up definitely comes with a lot of consistency. I know a lot of people are just so tired of hearing that word. When I was kind of like on my journey of like becoming a better person, that's all a person was like saying: consistency, consistency, consistency. Like, you have to be consistent. But in actuality, that's the honest truth. If you keep going to reach the end of the tunnel, there's no telling what type of blessing, there's no telling what type of miracle, what type of new opportunity is on the other side. And you simply won't know what your results will be if you are always giving up. This is something that I had to tell myself, especially when it comes to like YouTube or just reaching my goals. I've always stopped, in a sense. I never pushed myself past my limit. I was never consistent. But the thing that clicked for me is, how are you going to know what's on the other side or what's at the end of your journey if you keep stopping and giving up on yourself? That's just something that I want you to write down. Go ahead and whip out your notebook, iPad, MacBook, laptop. Go ahead and grab it, because I'm going to be asking you some questions that you need to be asking yourself in order to get your life together. Okay? And the first question is, why do you keep giving up on yourself? Why can you not remain consistent? What are some things that's keeping you inconsistent? I'll wait for you to write your question down. You got it down? Perfect, let's move on. So now that we have talked about you showing up more for yourself or showing up for yourself all of the time and remaining consistent, we're going to go ahead and navigate to point number 3 or tip number 3 on how we are going to get our life together this year. You simply need to create you a system. When I say create a system, I mean create a schedule and methods that simply works for your life. Me, for example, I am a mother, I am a grad student, I am an entrepreneur. Currently unemployed right now, but I'm taking the necessary steps to land my new job, claiming it in the name of Jesus. I will have a new job. For me, my day-to-day now, since I have been laid off from my job, I get up and I clock in to my business and I clock in to YouTube. Even though I am not monetized on YouTube yet, I still show up and dedicate time to my YouTube channel as if it is my 9 to 5. If I don't get out the bed every day, if I just lay in bed all day watching movies or, you know, just lollygagging, I'm wasting my time. So, like I said, I'm treating these things as my 9 to 5 because it's gonna get me closer and closer and closer to my goal. My system is each day I get up, do my oral and skincare, put on some clothes so that I can feel good, and I work on my business, and I sit down, record my YouTube video, and I edit my video in the same day so I can post it the same day. Because remember when I said we are trying to build consistency, and with consistency, in order to have consistency, you have to show up for yourself. I'm showing up for myself because even though I'm not bringing home a check, I'm staying consistent with something that's gonna help me in the long run. When I finally do get monetized on YouTube, that momentum is already going to be there. It's already going to be instilled in me. The hard work does not begin when you make it to where you want to go. The hard work starts now as you are attempting to reach your goals, as you are attempting to reach higher heights in your career or your business or even your life in general. The hard work starts now. I wish I could have told myself this in my early 20s. I'm 30 years old. I wish I could have had this conversation that I'm having with you all now in my early 20s. But nevertheless, we do not reflect too much on our past. It's about focusing on the now and moving forward. So you're gonna have to create you some methods, and you're gonna have to create you a system that works best for you. You have to create this system according to your life and according to what you have going on. My system may not work for you. So the next thing I want you to take note of on your paper or in your notebook is, how am I going to create a system for me? What methods am I going to use to make sure that I am maximizing my full day? I seen somewhere on TikTok or one of the social media platforms, if you feel like there's not enough time in the day, that simply means you need to start getting up earlier. Go sleeping in till noon, because at that point your day is already gone. What have you accomplished? It's not that much sleep in the world. We can sleep when we get to where we're going. If we're being totally honest, that's where I am right now. I'll sleep when I finally get to where I'm going. I have so many things I want to accomplish this year. I get sleep, but my mind is constantly racing on what I can be doing or what I need to be doing, or have I done this to maximize my day. Create you a system, come up with you some strategies and method that's going to help you reach your full potential each day. You have to stop limiting yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can get your life together for this year and more years to come. Like I said in the earlier video, you have to lay the foundation now. So when 2027 and beyond gets here, you already know what to do. You already have your game plan. You already have your game plan in place. And at that point, everything should be on auto or on cruise control. Not saying you still won't have to work hard, but at least you will have systems and everything already in place for you to get to where you're going. Your mindset changes everything. If you cannot believe in yourself, if you're always doubting yourself or saying what you can and cannot do, you're going to simply become the things that you are telling yourself. You have to feed yourself. And when I say feed yourself, I'm just not talking about physically with food. I mean daily affirmations, positive affirmations. Why would you fill yourself up with all negative things? You can honestly share this video with a loved one, a sister, or a friend if you feel like it's going to help them today. If you feel like it's going to help them to get their life together and be the best possible versions of themselves as well. So now that we have talked about you starting to believe in yourself and showing up for yourself and creating systems for your life, let's go ahead and get a little deeper into this thing. You simply have to know when to walk away from things or when things no longer serve you. There's nothing worse than a person staying somewhere in an environment, a relationship, a job, in anything that no longer holds value in their life. You have to learn how to move on. You have to learn how to let go. Because if you don't, what purpose is it serving you? What or how will it benefit you in the long run? The number one questions that we need to start asking ourselves is, will this matter in my future? Will this matter to the future me? Those are the questions that we need to start asking ourselves before we decide to stick around at a job, stick around in a career field, a school, anywhere. Any type of negative environment or any type of environment that you feel like is no longer bringing value to your life, you need to move around and learn how to shift and maneuver into a new space. Before I lost my job, I prayed to God and told God to continue guiding me. If there was something that I did not need, if there were places that I did not need to be in, take it away. And Lord behold, I ended up losing my job. But me losing my job was no surprise to me because I could feel it. I could sense the negativity that was going on around me. How they started to move. They started hosting like these secret meetings. Every time you turn around, it was something. And they were plotting. God had already started preparing me to be removed out of that environment. And I was perfectly okay with it. Because once I got my walking papers, even though I was upset because of how things played out, but I won't speak on those things, I was fine. I don't just preach to y'all what I'm not practicing. I had my money and my finances in line. That's how I knew God had been carrying me all of 2025 because he allowed me to get my finances in order. I thank God for that every day. That was me knowing that I was no longer valued at a place. God started to place things into my heart to do at the job because I knew my time was expiring. And I'm not speaking to you as if I'm better or beyond that workplace, but I have too much ambition, too much brains, too much beauty for there. It's just that simple. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Learn how to move around, learn how to let go when things no longer serve you, no matter the circumstances. Because if you believe in God, which I hope you do, he's going to guide you and protect you throughout your journey. I'm a living witness. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to my next point. I know a lot of people did their decluttering before the new year started. However, I was a little late. Started doing things today. Washing clothes, cleaning the room that my daughter and I share in my grandmother's house for now, cleaning my makeup bags, cleaning my makeup brushes, simply doing things that's going to make my life easier. You need to keep your space clean and tidied up. I know we get busy, we lose track of time. Months go by so fast, but you have to stay on top of things. My judgment and my mind is a lot more clear when my space is clear and organized. Declutter that room, declutter that closet. I know you may have some things that you are no longer using, clothes that you may no longer be wearing. Get rid of it. The next thing, I know it may seem simple and I know it may seem small, but you got to get out that bed. You got to stop doing everything in that bed. You got to get up. You need to have designated places in your house or local coffee shops, if you would, the library. You have to get out that bed. I'm a grad student. I have a desk in our room That's where I'm going to be completing all my homework. That's where I'm going to be completing all of our study sessions. This particular course that I'm taking now is more intense than last semester. So I got to get up and I have to show up and I have to do what I need to do. When I get done uploading this video, by the time you're watching the video, I'll be somewhere studying and in my books. I have 5 classes left after this semester. I graduate in 2027, baby. I'm so excited because me, after I swore up and down I was not going back to school, me graduating with my master's, clocky, okay? Me pivoting into tech, clocky, like, come on now. Something I'm also going to bring to you guys as well, career growth and development. Can't be afraid of it. We have to break the cycle of laziness. So something that I will be implementing in my life for the new year, simply having quarterly audits. And when I say quarterly audits, that simply means I'm going to be checking in with myself quarterly, looking at my goals, seeing what I have accomplished and what have I gained. Quarter 1, we locking in. By the beginning of quarter 2, I should have gained something, should have reached a goal, should have gotten something accomplished, because if not, I'm doing it all wrong. I'm suggesting to you as well to have quarterly check-ins with yourself. This is the real, this is the raw, uncut version of you. And even if you did not reach some of your goals, it's okay because you still have 3 quarters left to get things done. I'm trying to be unstoppable this year, and I want you to be unstoppable too, because I know that you can do it. We can all do it, but we have to apply ourselves. I hope that you have made some notes and taken everything that I have said into consideration and just truly thought about the things that I have provided you with during today's video, because I simply want the best for all of us. Nothing is too hard for us to achieve, and I want you to understand that. If you do have any questions or have any ideas, please feel free to drop comments in my comment section. Always open for new ideas and new insight on how you all do things to get your life together or to get yourself out of the slumps.